My name is Jerry Goode Jr., and I am the owner of Jerry Goode Jr. Digital Daily Network. Today I want to talk about, will you rise without compromise? Those are some very powerful words because the average person, once they climb the mountain, they forget about the process they went through. They put God on the back burner. They choose between the world and the righteous living of God. But God gave us dominion on the earth. He's going to put us in position to do the impossible so the people can follow you and follow him based on what you have done. We live in a world where society is exceptional when it comes to doing the wrong thing. We live in a world where integrity is on the back burner. Commitment, dedication, being a child of God. I am a masculine man of God, and I have a mission to dominate, to be the best version of myself, to look at the past things that have happened in the past, to change them, to let my light shine so the world may see. When you give people a choice of good or bad, they choose the good. Pure or unpure, they choose the pure. But you have to be strong enough to rise without compromise. Will you rise without compromise? God has always been first in my life when I gave my life to Christ. When we give our life to Christ, we might be saved but not delivered. But we should have a certain commitment to do the right thing. We have a certain commitment to let people know that there's something different. We stand out. We're not of the world, we're in the world. But somebody needs to see how success looks like. Somebody needs to see somebody who will rise without compromise. We see a lot of entertainers who start out with talking about how God changed their life, how God was the center of their life, how they put out stuff that was of God. But when they became successful, they forgot about God. They chose sides. Now they sprinkle God in conversation, but their material doesn't align with what they believe. People hear what you say, but they believe what you do. Are your actions lining up with your words? Words have life. And as a child of God, we should dominate. We should maintain integrity on everything we do. Hold us to a bigger accountability. Hold us to a standard of excellence. I challenge you today to rise without compromise. Most people know the Flamin' Hot in Cheetos. That was a story where a gentleman, he used to be a gangbanger. And one day, his wife was an intercessor and she was praying. And she asked, what did you want me to pray for? And he asked her and said, I want you to pray for that our family would get out of poverty and be financially free for the rest of our life. So God put in his spirit about the idea of the Flamin' Hot. He was only a janitor. So when he did that, the owner, the actual manager looked at him crazy because they're like, oh, you're only a janitor. But he kept persistent until he got a chance to where the owner took him serious. And now he changed his family tree because everything you see is flaming hot, he's getting paid off of. Now that movie was created by a faith-based movie producer. He's a minister. And what he did, he set out to do the movie with integrity. He set out to do the movie based on God's word. He kept it faith-based. And one thing happened that was historical is that Hulu and Paramount picked up his movie. That has never been done in history, where an actual non-faith-based company picked up a movie like that. So now he's in position to do 4 more movies. So what am I saying? If you put God first, he will break those barriers that you can't see. He's going to do things the impossible. Impossible means nothing to me because with God, all things are possible. You should be chasing the impossible. People should look at your life. Anything that's not impossible, you shouldn't want it because it's not of God. He wants to get the glory. So, again, I ask you the question, will you rise without compromise? Will you say, I'm a man of God, I'm a masculine man of God? Will you say, I'm a woman of God when you at the top of the mountain? Or will you put God behind and sprinkle around when you necessary, depending on what network you're in? I'm going to change the world. I'm going to create and grow the Digital Daily Network. My companies will grow with excellence. My officiating company, C&J, is constantly growing. This is a worldwide adventure. I never knew. I just knew that God was going to use me for greatness. I expect greatness. I expect my companies to be multi-million-dollar companies. I expect to be a debt-free multi-billionaire in the world in the future. God bless.